A new iOS update hates to see me coming because you know for a fact that I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to customize your iPhone using this new update. And y'all should be scared because your phone is going to look beautiful and brilliant and spectacular with iOS 26. I can tell you that right now. Hello Internet, how are you doing? My name is Brian, if you are new here, and yes, today we are going to be talking all about iOS 26, specifically how to customize your phone using iOS 26. We're not going to be focusing on any other apps today, we're just going to be focusing on the stock customization that you can get done using iOS 26 because there's actually a lot you can do this year, which is quite cool. I'm also going to be highlighting some new iOS 26 features that are game changers and are definitely ones you're going to want to check out for yourself. And also I'm going to give you guys kind of an update on my iOS 26 beta experience with this phone. So let's get into it right now. It's a pretty big year for iPhone users because we finally got the long-awaited redesign of iOS that we've been waiting for like 10 years now. That's right, iOS 26 is a major redesign and there's a bunch of really cool new customization features that they added to the iPhone. And now I'm going to be showing you guys how to customize your phone using iOS 26. So the first place we're going to start with our customization is actually going to be the lock screen. So there's actually a couple of new things you can do with the lock screen this year that I kind of wanted to highlight. So here is my current lock screen is my dog Jessie, and as you can see the clock is a little bit different this time around, and as you can see at the bottom all of your widgets are now at the bottom. So if we go into the customize page right here, go into customize, so you can actually move the widgets around. So you can move the widgets up to the top if you want to, or you can put the widgets all the way down at the bottom if you wanted to as well. But what you also can do is you can actually adjust the time. But I actually have different options for how you want the font to look. So you can either do a glass font or you can do a solid font. So you can see you can do solid different colors or whatever like that you want to choose, or you can do a glass font that looks a little bit different. The glass font looks a little bit different. It kind of adds a little bit of glassy elements to your UI or whatever. What you also can do is you can actually adjust the way the time looks if you wanted to do that as well. And as you can see, what I can do is I can actually make the time huge or I can make it small. So as you can see, I can kind of make it as large as I want to. So I want to make it like this. I can put it over my dog or I can put it behind my dog. But there's another button down here called spatial. So if I tap the spatial button, it's going to generate a spatial scene, add this really cool effect to my phone. As you can see, it makes my dog a 3D, which is just the coolest thing I've ever seen before. Look at that. My dog is now 3D, and again, I can adjust the time, so I want the time to be as big in front of my dog. So those are cool new customizations you can do specifically in the lock screen, which is quite cool. But isn't that just super cool that you have that effect now? So last year, Apple introduced app tinting for the first time on the iPhone, and now you can do even more customized app tinting on the iPhone as well. We go right into our home screen, and then we hit the edit button. There's a new customize panel right here, and you have a bunch of new options for customization. The first new option you have is clear apps. So if I turn my apps like this, my apps are now all clear and look really cool and futuristic on my home screen. And if you can kind of tell, if I tilt my phone a little bit, you can see that the apps kind of shift and change a little bit. Outlines of the app icons, they kind of do actually shift a little bit, which is quite cool. But that's not the only new option that you have as well. You also now have tinted app icons. And the coolest part about the tinted app icons is now you have both light icons and dark icons. So light icons are new for iOS 26, and as you can see, we can really add some really cool and funky colors to our home screen if we want to. So if we want a really nice purple, we can do that. If you want a lighter purple, we can do that as well. And we can also do dark icons as well if we want to. What's really cool about it is the sliders actually allow you to kind of have a glassy type of look to your icons. So I want my icons to look kind of like this, a little bit glassy, I can do that. And again, I can also always cancel out the background being dim. So if I want it to be like this, I can kind of work like that. But unfortunately, as you can see, it's a little bit glitchy. So that's kind of how you can customize using the app tinting now in iOS 26. It's really nice being able to have both light mode icons and dark mode icons for the first time on iOS. That is super nice and super clutch. I can save it, and as you can see now I have all purple app icons, which is quite nice. It goes really well with my lock screen as well. So that is how app tinting works now on iOS 26. It's very similar to previous app tinting on iOS 18. I'm very glad that it's been added as a feature on iOS 26. One brand new feature that was added in iOS 26 is the ability to change your background in iMessages. So if I go into my contact right here, as you can see, I have a dynamic background of my iMessage to myself, which is kind of funny. And as you can tell, it is now, as you can see, it's a beautiful ocean scene. And if you can tell in the background, it actually does move a little bit. So as you can see, so for the first time ever, you now have iMessage background, which is another really cool customization tip you can add to all of your text messages. So unfortunately, this only works if you have an iPhone and you're texting someone with iMessage. You cannot change the background if you're texting Android users, which is a little bit sus, Apple. Like, Apple, why would you do that? If you do want to change the background on your your iMessage conversation, you simply go to their contact information right here, and then you go down to backgrounds. As you can see, you can change the backgrounds to a bunch of cool ones as well. You can do image playground backgrounds, which actually generates a new image for you, or you can choose a bunch of different preset backgrounds that are either photos or are different effects. If I wanted to change it to this effect, I can do that, and I also change the colors here, which is quite cool. If I want to do green apple, I can hit the check mark, and my background has been changed on my iMessage, which is quite cool. And this actually is individual to each and every text conversation, so any person you're texting who has iMessage can change that background for that person. Now, if only they allowed us to change the text bubbles from blue to whatever color we wanted, that would be super clutch, but unfortunately, we don't have that this year, but I would assume we may have that next year, so who knows? Fingers crossed Apple actually allows us to do that next year. But honestly, this is just a really cool and nice refresh to the iPhone that I'm very excited about. So now that we covered all the customization features of iOS 26, let's just talk about some of my favorite features that they added in this update. The first thing I just want to mention is that liquid glass aesthetic that I absolutely am obsessed with. So if I go into my music application right here, if I go in my music application and I just start scrolling, as you can see, there's this beautiful liquid glass layout at the bottom. And if you scroll through the icons like this, you can just see the liquid glass aesthetic. It is absolutely beautiful. It shows up through the entire OS. When you show your notification shade, as you can see right there, you can see it a little bit like that. You can see it on your app icons. It really does elevate the phone and kind of give it a more luxurious feel. It doesn't really change the way your phone works. It kind of is just a nice visual refresh. And also the new camera app is very nice and very clean. As you can see, all the settings are now all simplified at the bottom. And if you again want to change certain settings, you just go into these little toggles right here, or you scroll through here at the bottom, access these menus right here, and it's a lot easier and it just feels a lot more cohesive and very nice. That's another nice feature of iOS 26. You now have polls and iMessage group chats, which is quite nice. Now, I don't really use that many group chats in iMessage. It is cool to have that. And also another nice thing is now you can actually manage unwanted callers by having call screening, which is going to be such a clutch feature. And now you can actually screen all your new messages in a new separate area too, so you don't get bombarded with a bunch of spam text messages, which is super freaking clutch. Now you can actually have your iPhone wait on hold for phone calls, which is another really cool feature, especially if you're on hold with someone. Say you're calling Apple support and you're put on hold, you can actually have your iPhone be put on hold and it will give you a notification when you can go back to the phone call, so you don't have to stay on hold all the freaking time, which unfortunately I have been on hold lots of times and it is not a fun experience. It makes me very miserable, and now having this feature is a game freaking changer. There's also two brand new apps that were added to your iPhone's home screen. The first app is the Preview application. Now, if you don't know, Preview is an app that was originally on the Mac and now it's brought to the iPhone, and basically just allows you to preview files and stuff like that. If you want to open up files in here, it's kind of similar to the Files application, but now there is a separate one. I can also now mark up and edit PDFs directly on the iPhone without using a separate app, which is actually pretty freaking cool. I didn't know you can do that now. The second new app is called Apple Games. Now, this replaces the age-old Game Center that we had on our iPhones. Since I believe iOS 5, it was a really old application, and now basically Apple Games combines Apple Arcade and Game Center all into one app right here. You can play together with people, you can check your scores or whatever and get like rewards or whatever and stuff like that. As you can see, I have like 44 achievements, which is kind of cool, I guess. You can kind of just do all your challenges and stuff like that within the Apple Games application. It's cool that we now have a new app on our phones. So that pretty much was everything that is new with iOS 26. We not only covered all the new customization features, but we also covered some really cool new features that you guys definitely want to know. So if you guys want more iOS 26 content or more iPhone content or more customization content, be sure to let me know all that down in the comments down below. I would definitely be reading them and replying to you guys in the comments. Now, I definitely would say iOS 26 is a very fun update. However, we are currently in beta on this update, and unfortunately, as you kind of noticed in my screen recordings, it definitely is glitchy at times and it's slow. So definitely be careful when downloading the public beta. It's definitely a lot more safer than the developer beta, but I have experienced a lot of glitches and issues. Like for some reason, my always on display on the phone kind of just glitches out sometimes. Sometimes my phone will randomly crash and respring on me. Sometimes I've had some weird issues where some applications just wouldn't be as responsive or whatever. And I also have this really weird issue with my notification center that, as you can see, when I scroll up on my notification, it kind of gets dark and dim, which is really weird. I don't understand that. Being sure to actually use the feedback application. Apple does read the feedback that you give them in the feedback application, so be sure to write down any complaints that you have with iOS 26, or be sure to write down any bugs you've experienced, because they will actually look into that. As you can see right here, there's a weird artifacting on the side of my screen right now. iOS 26 unfortunately is still buggy, but I will say that probably by mid-September it will be a lot better. So at this point, I would definitely recommend you not download iOS 26 beta. We only have about a month wait until iOS 26 officially releases, so be sure to kind of wait for that. It will definitely be an exciting update to to download in September when it is officially released. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you did like it, be sure to hit that button down below and subscribe and click the notification bell to get notifications on whenever I upload a video next. You can also follow me on all the social medias. Links are going to be down in the description down below and also right here. I also now have channel memberships that give you exclusive access to exclusive content on my channel, including exclusive videos like my video podcast, Technical Critic. So I actually did upload recently a Technical Critic episode about the iPhone 17, so you can watch it right here. If you join my channel memberships, it's $1.99 a month to get access to exclusive videos, and you can also do the 99-cent tier that gives you access to other cool perks as well. It's a great way to get access to exclusive content, so be sure to check that out down in the description down below. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have a great day. Bye!